So, as I'm sure a lot of you are aware, yesterday was the final episode or final stream of Week to Terminator. We finally crafted that Terminator, maxed it out and gave it away to a lucky person. And other than a few minor hiccups, the stream was a very big success. Today we're going to be going back to the beginning, to the middle, and all the way through to the end of the Week to Terminator series and seeing just how I got there. Also, thank you everyone for 10k subs. I'm very happy and I couldn't have done it without any of you, so I really do appreciate it. Anyway, before we do get into the video, if you do go on to enjoy the video and you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. As you know, we've just hit 10k and we're shooting for 20k, we're shooting for 30k, so please subscribe. Also, you should leave a like on the video. It lets me know that you actually enjoy the video and it also boosts the video in the algorithm. Finally, you should join the Discord server. There will be a new series coming out either tomorrow or the day after, and the way that you enter into the giveaway at the end of the series will be through the Discord. It will make it much easier and much more fair. So you should get in the Discord just preemptively. Anyway, let's get into the video. I hope you all do enjoy. So I've actually gone ahead and calculated how long it actually took me to get the Terminator. It comes to a rough figure of 40 hours. Now, it works out at around 2.5 hours per video average. Obviously, some videos would have taken me slightly longer and some videos would have taken me slightly less. So we've got this Terminator basically in under 2 days, which is quite good. Much better than the 35 episodes or whatever it was that it took me to get the Hyperion. Now, all the way back in episode 1, after we mined a bit of wheat, or should I say found a bit of wheat, this guy here, the builder, was pretty much our main source of income, paired with the Bazaar. In my opinion, this is the best early game money making method, full stop, when you've just started the game. All you do is buy vines, well essentially buy jungle leaves here, convert them into vines in the trading menu, buy enchanted diamonds, turn them into diamond spreading, and you can literally be making over 20k profit per unit, and obviously you can sell 14 at once. It's really good. As you can see at the moment, the prices are slightly lower, but these do go up to 15 to 20k quite regularly, and they cost about 1.2k to craft, so it's a no-brainer. Straight after the diamond spreadings, we moved on to book flips, rejuvenate, ultimate wise, wisdom. They were the most popular ones for me. In terms of flipping wisdom books, pretty much all you have to do is buy them for cheap and sell them for their actual market value, like here 25k. If you could pick this up, you could probably sell it for about 40k, and 15k profit at that stage in the game is really good. To be honest, there isn't really anything else to it. It's just very simple and very easy way of making money. When you have more coins, you can move on to flipping ultimate wise books in exactly the same method. Obviously, the more expensive the item, the more potential you've got for profit. So at the moment, the market value of the ultimate wise books are probably around 170k, and straight away this one here for 130k, you would buy straight away and make 40k profit. Now, there is a decent amount of competition in this market just because it is such an easy way of making money, but the actual supply and demand for these items are so high, so you have no problem or no trouble in picking them up and selling them pretty quickly. And you can do the exact same thing here with wisdom books. As you can see, 150k, you'd buy that and sell it for 200, and last stand books, you'd pick this up for 225 and sell it on for 290. I would say there is slightly less actual demand for last stand books than the other three items, but it still works very well. What I do want to say is the market has changed a lot since I started the series, so flips that we're doing at the start of the series aren't necessarily good to do now. So if you are going to take any of these money making methods and try to use them for yourself, which you obviously go ahead and do, I would double check that they're still profitable, number one, before you do it, and check there's still demand for the item, because some items have just literally fell off the face of the earth. Something else that made me quite a lot of money at the start as well is flipping Maddox bat phones, because for some reason people just don't understand the price of these items. At the moment they're actually quite cheap. The market value is probably about 500, 400, but I'd probably say 400k, but there's not as much demand for this as there was when I first started the series, because it was closer to when the Ender Slayer actually released, and obviously people now are preparing for the Nether update, so not many people are really doing Slayers. Hence why the price is quite low and there's not as much demand, so it's probably not great to flip now. Now, what made me pretty much most of my money at the start in the first 2 to 3 episodes was flipping Flower of Truths. I'm just going to say it now, do not flip these items now, because it just seems like nobody wants them. Like, there's literally just no demand for a Flower of Truth, which is sort of sad, because I used to be able to make so many coins from it, but it is what it is. There's a few different ways I used to make coins. The first one would just literally to be looking at the lowest bin and trying to see, like, this one here would be good to buy and sell on, or would have been good to buy and sell on, just because it's, you know, it's got a star and it's got decent enchants. I'd probably say in terms of Flower of Truths, my biggest profits were from Withered Flower of Truths. People didn't really see that, or didn't really understand that Withered added so much value to the Flower of Truth. I listed them for normal market value, and obviously these used to be about 8 to 9 mil for lowest, so this market has changed drastically. You used to be able to flip the Fabled Flower of Truths too, because people basically did the same as they did with the Withered. It added value and people didn't realise. So from there I used to flip a lot of one for all items, mainly Flower of Truths and Livid Daggers, but as you know, one for all has been changed quite a lot. I wouldn't say nerfed because some items get a buff when they have one for all, i.e. the living dagger, but for some reason it's still gone down in price. And obviously that's because one for all has gone down in price, because for more higher end weapons it does provide a bit of a nerf rather than a buff. Nevertheless, these used to be about 20 mil, so I used to flip these along with the one for all living daggers too, if I can actually find one, and these used to be about 30 mil, so yeah, ripped the prices. So from there I started to flip Shadow Assassin pieces, boots, leggings and chest plates. They all work well. The helmet never seems to work as well as the other items, but yeah, the boots can make you some good profit, so can the leggings. When starting off, I'd tend to flip the epic and the legendary rarities, but then when you have more coins you can start to flip the mythic too. When you're starting off, you're just basically looking for anything that's listed below market value, or anything with slightly better enchantments and upgrades that's listed at market value or below. If you are going to flip legendary, then you want to be looking for ancient 5-star hot potatoed, listed for less than the cheapest one, and it's pretty much as simple as that. Then when you have more coins, you can move to the chestplate flips, which is probably where you're going to make most of your coins. Again, you're just looking for ancient 5-star hot potatoed. You can also look for enchantments like Legion or fuming potato books and so on. The mythic ones, to be honest, probably make more coins than the legendary flips in this case. Like right there, you could probably flip that on for a mil profit, quite simply. I mean, obviously you're not gonna make a mil, you're gonna make like 600k, but it's quite good. Now when I started doing these flips at the start of the series, these chest plates were probably about 30 mil for an ancient 5-star hot potato, and now they're well 24 mil, so they have gone down in price quite a bit. So I just double check the prices if you are going to do this method. And from there I moved on to flipping Juju short bows. Now in this series I made probably majority of my coins through this method, like it was just so good. Now the prices of this bow has dropped to probably about 3 to 4 million coins. Nevertheless, it's still very good to flip. What you want to be looking for is the spiritual enchantment, or sorry, should I say reforge, 5 stars, hot potatoed, and then you also want to be looking for Soul Eater, the enchantment, and Overlord, the enchantment, because both of those add quite a lot of value. Soul Eater more than Overlord, but both of them still do bump the price up. And to be honest, this can be applied to any sort of tier of Soul Eater or Overlord. You can go for recombobulated ones, you can go for non-recombobulated ones. To be honest, they all make good profit. And if you haven't tried to flip Juju short bows recently, you should do it, because it's literally like the amount of profit you could possibly make is ridiculous. A lot of players just assume that the Juju will take a long time to sell, which is not really the case, because it's quite, it's quite highly demanded. So they'll just literally list it for way cheaper than what they should do, just to secure a quick sale, even though they could list it for way more and still get a fairly quick sale. And obviously that's where you come in. Snipe the item and sell it on for more. Another flip that I've properly founded in this series as well is flipping with the goggles, which, to be honest, you're never going to make really a massive amount of money. But they are demanded a lot, and there's quite a lot of supply, so they're always coming onto the market, and you can always flip them for $1 million or $1.5 million profit quite easily all the time. What you want to be looking for is 5-starred, necrotic, hot potatoed. This works with both the non-recombobulated and the recombobulated very, very well. Something else that you want to look out for is Wisdom 5. This adds quite a lot of value onto with the goggles, so you should look out for that too. Also Legion, but Wisdom is more common and probably more desirable on this item. Now I did flip quite a lot of Necron chestplates in this series too. The mythic seems to work much better than the legendary. Now the prices did drop quite a lot. These used to be probably about 36-37 mil for the cheapest one, but as you can see now they're about 32 mil. Again, you want to be looking for ancient 5-starred hot potatoed. On the Necron chestplate you also want to be looking for fuming potatoed, gemstones, Legion, growth and protection 6 and possibly even 7 depending on how many coins you've got. Something else that you want to look out for is if the armor piece is dyed or not. Now as you can see, the cheapest white Necron chestplate is 140 mil. The cheapest purple Necron chestplate is 82 mil, and the cheapest pink is 74 mil. So if you see an ancient 5-star hot potato one listed for about 40 mil, which is the normal value, and it's pink, you can quite easily flip it for like 30 mil profit. That's what I did with the white Necron chestplate. I bought it for 80 mil, and I sold it for about 110, which is just crazy profit. But you can also flip Necron boots, Necron leggings. Once again, I'd probably stay away from the helmet because most people that use a Necron set probably use a golden or diamond head. I also flipped a lot of storm chest plates. I will definitely stick to the recombobulated mythic version. But yeah, once again, ancient 5-star hot potatoed or necrotic or loving 5-star hot potatoed does the job. Wisdom 5 adds a lot of value onto this item too. Now something that I did do a fair amount of times is flipping Midas staffs. Now in the Week to Hyperion series, I flipped 100 mil Midas staffs, and to be honest, for the profit potential, it's not worth it. With the fees that you incur and everything like that, it's just not worth it. So I found the best method is basically just looking for the lowest bin and seeing if there's anyone that have listed items lower than the lowest bin. It's quite simple. A lot of the time, the market value is 40 mil for the cheapest Midas stuff, and you can pick them up for 35 million coins here and there, and it's an easy 5 mil profit. I also picked up a few good flips on Blue Whale Pets, the legendary variant. I would say just be careful when looking for these, because obviously Dwarf Turtle Shellmates are the 20 million coins right now, so they're going to add a lot of value to the pet. Also, obviously, you want to be looking for the level, pet candy, and so on if you're looking for a level 100 one. But I'd probably say the biggest thing to look out for at the moment is the price of this item has been quite volatile recently due to it being nerfed and then potentially buffed in the alpha server, but then that was actually a mistake. So, you know, the price of this is all over the place at the moment, so maybe it's not too good to flip at the moment. Now, throughout the series, I think I've flipped 2 to 3 giant swords. I would only flip them if there was a massive margin, because you know what the giant sword's like at the moment. There's nowhere near as much demand for it as there was. And also, you have to think that you're going to lose like 2% of your profit, which is a lot of coins on an item that's over 130 million coins. So there's got to be a big profit margin for it to be worth doing it. I think the 2 or 3 that I flipped were literally just ones that were listed way cheaper than the lowest bin rather than any upgrades. So yeah, I mean, I'd probably stay away from it, to be completely honest, but if you see something where there's a massive margin, then you could consider it. And to be completely honest, they are the main items that I did flip in order to get that Terminator in 48 hours. Now, granted, it wasn't 48 hours continuous, I didn't literally get it in 2 days like Monday and Tuesday, as you probably know, but just down to what I've calculated and the average time that I took to actually make each episode, that's roughly how long it's taken. Anyway, I hope you all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you do leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.